Cincinnati, Vietnam.
South Dakota.
I've been there. I haven't been there.
I love Vietnamese noodles.
What's his face makes good Vietnamese? No, he makes good Thai food.
Oops.
Pilot, yeah, Pilot. He makes good Thai food.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
I wanna eat Pilot's noodles.
You want to eat this noodle?
Noodles.
You want Pilot?
This episode of Furry Frequencies is brought to you by Capital City FurCon. Do you have a sweet tooth? Come to the candy shop at Pennsylvania's newest furry convention, Capital City FurCon, happening January 2nd through the 5th in beautiful Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. For more information or to register, go to our website at www.capitalcityfurcon.org or follow us on Twitter at CapitalFur. Hello and welcome to Furry Frequencies, the soundtrack to your furry life. I'm your host Lifty, along with my co-host Silox.
Hey, how's it going?
And Sharky.
Oi.
Okay, today I'm going to be level with you. This is going to be a very, very jam-packed and very, very salty episode because there is so much going on. So much over the past weekend has been going on with MFF that a lot of you have been hearing about. And we got just an hour to cover it. So we're gonna be talking fast and we're gonna be talking hard about a lot of these things. So first and foremost, we want to just introduce the topics. We're going to be talking about, of course, MFF. As if we can't horsewhip them hard enough. We didn't horsewhip them hard enough last 2 weeks over the lottery. We got to horsewhip them again over Milo Yiannopoulos and how they handled his eventual permanent banning for life from MFF.
Damn.
I didn't even read about that.
And what happens next? Because there's a lot of there's still a lot of speculation about what's going to happen next. This is still, oh my God, this is still an ongoing issue between MFF and Milo. So we're going to be covering that extensively. And on top of that, we had a biological terror scare between a furry and a furry posse that hates her. We're going to talk about the biological scare, the J-secution at MFF. And we want to start off first and foremost by touching back on topic that we wanted to touch on last week, which is the A&E letter that was posted on the 6th. The chairman of Anthro New England was receiving a flood of messages and emails from attendees saying that they were concerned that A&E was supporting a charity, Massachusetts Vest the Dog, just to be more precise, that supports law enforcement in providing bulletproof vests for police canines, which I think is admirable. Police canines really are amazing service dogs, and they are able to do so many things that we humans can't do. And it's amazing that there's a charity out there that protects these dogs, because in the line of duty they go through a ton, and sometimes they lose their life. This charity, Massachusetts Vest the Dog, I'm pretty sure it's one of many charities kind of like it all across the state or all across the country, that help police provide bulletproof vests for police dogs, because some police jurisdictions, they are so small, the precincts are so small that they really have to pinch pennies when it comes to what they provide for their squad, for their precinct.
That includes even body armor for people.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to make
firearms. Hell, some of them don't have tasers.
Yeah, they have to make a difficult decision between, equipping their officers, their human officers, and equipping their canine officers. And sometimes that difficult decision comes with a lot of other difficult decisions, like putting the dog for adoption if they can't really afford to have a canine unit. So, long story short, on the letter they said that they would provide a response as to what they were going to do regarding their charity on the 14th. So the 14th came, and as promised, they did provide a letter explaining their situation. Salas, did you want to explain to our listeners what their decision was?
Yeah, so pretty much what they decided was um, look f- they were going to look for new charities going forward. But for this year, they were going to split the charities between the one we just talked about, the one that was going to provide vests for dogs who serve with law enforcement. And
Massachusetts Vesta Dog.
hmm and they're also working with a charity that deals with ALS.
The ALS Association.
Yes.
Oh.
So I think it's a really good, um, I want to say, compromise that they
Hmm.
were able to come to by donating funds to both ALS and this charity that deals with providing vests for not service animals,
Hmm.
police dogs.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of expected that they would have taken an aggressive slash and burn outcome with this, where they would have cut ties immediately and just kowtowed to all of the anger and vitriol over police officers doing their jobs. Because the people at this event, at the Straight Pride event, who were seemingly, I guess, attacking others, they were attacking the police officers. They were, correct me if I'm wrong. They were Antifa.
Hmm.
And no matter how you think of Antifa, you cannot assault other people, especially law enforcement. So
Yeah.
they were well within their right to arrest them.
Yeah.
And people need to understand that.
Antifa are nothing but terrorists.
Yeah, I agree. Now, they did speak in that letter that it was their intention to revolve with their charity year after year after this year and select a different charity anyway. So they are able to provide for Massachusetts Vets Dog one last time and actually go out in good terms with the charity and be able to provide a new relationship, a new charitable relationship with the ALS Association, and hopefully in the future they would also be able to help service animals, which they mentioned in the letter. That is their intention. That in the future they will be looking for a charity that will also be helping service animals, so that animals are still being helped by them, which is really great and awesome. And we really thank them for making a very level-headed decision like
Absolutely.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't fault them, and I wish them the best.
Yeah, usually people in this decision, they kowtow to whatever popular sentiment is out there, and they don't think twice about it in order to just save
Uh-huh.
face and seem um, be be perceived as being positive in the public eye. In this case, they evaluated the situation and came to a compromise, which I believe is the best course forward. So I can't fault them at all.
Yep. Yep. And so that's our last bit of happy news for this episode. Now we got to go back to MFF.
Oh
So
boy.
Kill 'em.
we spent the last 2 weeks just completely just hog
Laughing
tying
our asses
and
off.
whipping MFF over the room lottery because oh my god, that was a mess. Now we've got an even bigger mess to talk. This is like a grease fire. MFF is like a grease fire at this point.
I
It's like
told
a
you
grease
they're-
fire that they're desperately trying to put out with water.
I told you they're trying to go the way of the dodo. They're trying to just go extinct. They're trying to do
My
it.
goodness.
I don't know why, but yeah, no, they've caught themselves into a very hairy situation with disgraced alt-right troll Milo
Yeah,
Monopoly. Let's call him Milo Monopoly. That's what they call him.
it's Milo Yiannopoulos.
I'm calling him Monopoly. I don't speak Greek. I speak American. So we're gonna call him
Why
Monopoly.
are we calling Daddy Warbucks?
No, because Daddy Warbucks had money. He doesn't have money. He's a broke ass
Oh,
bitch.
right.
Yeah.
Well, no, he does have money. He has money. He has $300.
Well,
He got the $300 because MFF refunded him. So now he has $300.
wow, $300. What can that get you today in America? Absolutely nothing worth of substance or value. Well,
Wait.
no, I stand corrected. He can get 300 cheeseburgers on the dollar menu at McDonald's. So,
And
yeah.
then be fat.
God, don't get me started on the way he looks. You're not, dude. You're not even attractive. I don't know why anybody would want to fuck you. You just stop. Stop. If that is supposedly the pinnacle of white superiority, then white folks have a problem because that is not. No, that's ugly. There's nothing about you that is attractive, and the fact that you're a racist and a transphobe makes you even worse. Like, come on, dude. This little comeback of his is just so pathetic to watch, and I honestly feel sorry for him because he has nowhere else to turn. He's been deplatformed on Twitter. His Gab profile, no one's on Gab anyway, so he has nowhere else to go. So he goes to Telegram. Well, I'm sorry, furries aren't gonna tolerate you. This comeback that you're doing with furries is not gonna work. They're gonna cancel you in a heartbeat. So to see him think he can weasel his way into MFF was, it. I'll admit it was kind of clever. It was funny at first because I thought it was some bullshit. When Lifty at first told me that Milo was gonna be at MFF, I was like, stop playing. No, Milo's not gonna be at MFF. Then I find out, oh, he's actually going to be at MFF. This motherfucker has a Telegram profile and a Telegram channel. 17,000 people are following that channel. He just reposts, he shit posts pretty much all day. He doesn't have a job, obviously. That's what he does. So him going to MFF was a giant shit post. And in some respects, it worked because it riled furries up, and that's what his intended goal is to do, is to troll people and rile folks up. But at the same time, you kind of didn't pass the test because you got banned from a furry convention. And what's more pathetic than being a grown-ass man who's been banned from a furry convention? That's not cool.
Yeah.
Nobody likes you for that. Everybody
Well,
disliked that.
Well, now he's a media circus because of course he's a clown, and so the media circus has followed him throughout this entire debacle, before and after, and they're still following right now. I just downloaded an article from the Daily Beast that just covered how MFF has banned Milo from the event, but wait, there's more. So shortly after, MFF issued a press release stating that Milo is not welcome. His shiny sponsorship has been refunded. There you go. You got money again. And he is no longer welcome at MFF at all, ever. He fired back with an email, and Silux, do you have the email?
Oh my god, yeah, let me go find it, but I'll read it out loud to you all.
Oh no, I got it right here. So he shot him an email that says, "To whom it may concern, this is to notify you that I no longer agree to your terms of service." Oh my god. "Or any other agreement, express or implied, now that you have unilaterally revoked my membership, wrongfully breaching the contract between us. It is also to inform you that I have 2 rooms at the hotel booked under 2 different friends' names, confirmed and paid for long before I purchased tickets to MFF, granting me unfettered access to hotel facilities. If you wish to rescue this relationship, hold on, what? You have 24 hours in which to act. Oh, now he's threatening. Okay. I can be reached by mobile phone, you have the number, or this email address. Thanks and God bless, Milo. I love the God bless at the end.
What relationship would you have with MFF, dude?
Sexual.
Ew. Why would anybody want to stick their dick in that guy's butt?
No, no, no,
He
no.
probably has AIDS, dude. No.
No, he wanted to stick his dick in MFF.
Ew.
Like he
Ew.
wanted to fuck the convention.
God,
That's
I
what.
don't need.
That's what this
I don't
is.
need to see that.
This is like. This is the Dear John letter. This is a very dramatic Dear John.
To whom it may concern, this is to notify you that I no longer agree to your terms of service or any other agreement.
You're reading it wrong. No, you're supposed to be like, to whom it may concern. This is to notify you that I'm breaking up with you. I'm sorry, MFF. You're no longer my BFF.
Oh my gosh.
God bless, Milo.
The, I'm just stunned that he would post that.
He posted that minutes after the press release went live from MFF regarding Milo's permanent banning from the event. This is still an ongoing issue, and we have to ask, what's next? What is Milo going to do? Of course, MFF is going to be like, well, we don't have to take this shit. We don't even have to acknowledge this shit. And of course, they're not going to acknowledge it. So what happens after the 24 hours are up? Is he going to lawyer up and just send his lawyers to descend upon MFF?
As I told you about that, for all you people who don't know, this is, as I told Lifty, Milo has a history of lawyering up and trying to sue individuals or institutions who have come out against him. He sued his publisher, well, attempted to sue his publisher for a multi-million-dollar figure. He eventually dropped the case, but those lawyer fees cost that publisher hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, Midwest Fur Fest isn't in that financial position to be able to afford said lawsuit, to the point where if Milo wanted to, and I'm not saying he's going to do this, but if he wanted to, he could bankrupt MFF by simply threatening the legal suit against them, taking it to court, and dragging it out. They'll have to pay tens of thousands of dollars in lawyer fees, and all he has to do is sit on his hands and wait and wait and wait and wait, and the con is essentially screwed. Will he do that? I don't know. He could, or he could just say fuck it and not do anything and continue shitposting and show up in December and get kicked out of the Hyatt. I mean,
how would he get kicked out of the Hyatt? He has a reservation. He's a guest of the Hyatt.
If you have a reservation at the hotel, you can stay in hotel areas, but coming onto the con property.
Oh yeah, he can't go to
being
the actual.
hosted, you can be
He can't go to the convention center. No.
And then
Well, no,
because the hotel's hosting it, the hotel can be like, "Fuck you, we're just going to take the room back. You're fucking with something that's giving us a lot more money than your room reservation."
yeah, and I think that's what they're going to do, because they, I'm sure, realize just how controversial this individual is and what he can do. He could potentially incite a riot at the convention at the Hyatt Regency. He's that controversial, so I fully expect them to refund his hotel room, and then he's SOL. So again, it's a situation where, me personally, I think he's full of shit, like most furries are. I think they're all full of shit. They're all okay. Most furries, when they get online, they want to act tough and act like they've got street cred and type shit out and act like they're hard, but in real life, they're pussy ass bitches. He's one of them. He's a pussy ass bitch. He's not going to do shit. All right? He's not going to. He'll show up, but is he going to troll people? No, because he knows if he does, he'll get his ass knocked out. Which is stupid because that makes him a martyr and makes furries look even worse than they already are. See? But that's what he's hoping for. Because remember, Milo is a troll. And what do trolls feed off of?
Attention.
Attention. By us acknowledging him, he wins. By us knocking his ass out, which, while is tempting and would be nice, it gives him attention. It makes him a martyr. It makes people who don't already like us look at us as unhinged dog fuckers. So it's not appropriate for us to just interact with this guy if he comes to MFF. Leave him alone. Let him be on his own little corner. Like, he's always been this annoying little shit. And I don't know why people like this. Well, I know why they like him. He's always been an annoying little shit, and quite frankly, after he did his whole little spiel about, well, pedophile is okay, I figured he'd just up and go away. He had, at that point, he lost all his credibility, but here he is now trying to get in bed with furries. And
But here's my concern. Not once did MFF look at his application. They've got, I'm pretty sure they've got reg people that are looking through these applications that as they're coming in. Not once did anybody from reg at MFF look at this application and flag it and say, "Hey, come look at this." Because if I was in reg and I'm seeing, "Hey, wait a minute, Milo Yiannopoulos," I'd be like, "Is this a troll? Is this real? Hold on, I need more eyeballs on this because I can't believe this." And hold on a minute, I'm not done. And they just let it pass. They took his money. They originally took his money. They gave him a confirmation for a shiny sponsorship at MFF. Now, granted, people are saying, "Oh, he became a guest of honor." No, that is absolutely not true. Shiny sponsorship is not the same as being a guest of honor at a convention, especially since you cannot buy your way into being a guest of honor at any convention. And if you can, I'm sorry, but that's not a convention. That's just a glorious wank fest.
You've ruined the whole purpose of guest of honor.
Yeah, exactly. You get all kinds of dickweeds that self-important dickweeds that will buy their way into being a guest of honor at that con. But anyway, not once did anybody from Reg at MFF look at the application and say, "Hey, I need more eyeballs on this because I can't believe this. I cannot believe that Milo Yiannopoulos, the alt-right troll, the MAGA with the MAGA pretty boy with the shitty opinions, is actually coming to MFF." They took his money, they gave him a confirmation, and they let him brew the shitstorm. I'm sorry. Why did they let it go up to here? Why did they let it go up to this point? Why did they let it get to this point at all? Can anybody answer me that?
Money, not paying attention, really anything can be said to, getting to this point. I don't think there's just one reason, especially when it comes to MFF.
And further on, there was more speculation that he would that he was also trying to start a panel at MFF called the Politics of Fur. And again, now you're involving two different departments. If that's true, you're involving two different departments at MFF that are at which no point Nobody actually looked at it and said, hey, oh my God, guys, look at this shit. There's Milo Yiannopoulos trying to start a panel at our convention. Reg, pass it off as, oh, this is fun. And now you got events wondering, what the hell is this?
Well,
Oh no, it's fine. Moving on.
well, to be
And then this happens, and you've got a whole shitstorm of furries all coming
Find it
together,
funny that
getting
Kenny is just trying
loud.
to compare himself with him.
oh that oh no, don't get me started on him because I will go off.
Yes, please.
No,
Oh, that's it. Floor.
no, but but first let me finish with this. I think why they did initially flag it is, you know how some people they'll go to cons and they won't put their furry name or their real name. They'll put like a meme title, like Harambe or Hillary Clinton's emails. So
Yeah.
what I think happened was they assumed it was like that. That, oh, this guy's gonna be Milo Y or whatever. Okay, ha ha ha, it's a joke. I think they assumed it was that and not a real um actual Milo or Mino Monopoly, whatever the fuck his last name is pronounced. And
Yiannopoulos.
yeah, Monopoly. And so when they found out it was actually him, they were like, "Oh shit, we fucked up. It's actually that alt-right shit troll, and now we have to act." What I'm happy is they did the right thing and banned him. They didn't sit on their hands until the last minute or take his money and say, "Ha ha ha, fuck you all. We just got paid." They did the right thing, so I can't fault them on that. However, this is just a long line, and for whatever reason, has been a bad summer for Midwest Fur Fest. It's just been a bad summer for them,
Bad
and
summer. It's been a bad year. 2019 is probably going to be the year they drop.
like, I I know we talk shit about them and horsewhip them, but I kind of feel sorry because with the Milo thing, they couldn't plan for this. They didn't realize the real Milo would a- actually come to their convention. I can't fault them, for this happening. I can fault them for the room lottery because they fucked up with that. That was
Okay.
entirely their fault. But with this, it's like I feel sorry for them because everybody apparently on staff was getting PM, their DM, their hit up on Telegram about this. And it's like this is a tough decision that a convention has to make. It's easy to say, well, okay, this guy shouldn't be here, ban him ASAP. But you guys have to remember, a convention has to look at all the possibilities of what could happen if they ban him. And as I stated earlier, Milo is known for suing people for money or attempting to. And it's given how shitty that guy is, if he wanted to, he could bankrupt them just by sitting on his hands and continuing a lawsuit for however long he wants to. So,
Yeah, and that's what's really worrying about this whole shitstorm is that Milo may lawyer up. He may have a lawyer in his back pocket that will work pro bono and be able to bankrupt MFF. As unbelievable as that sounds, he may be able to do it.
and that was the whole issue with why it took Furthermore so long to ban Canny Lupine because they had the same issue. Okay, furry people will lawyer up if they feel like their rights have been infringed upon. Now, with most furries, thank God, they don't have the money to afford a lawyer like that. Some do, and some just have so much fucking time on their hands that they don't care. They'll still lawyer up. And that's why they were afraid with Canny, because he's an unstable fuckhead who would probably do that. And Furthermore's budget is way less than MFF's, and that will really kill a con, especially a small con like Furthermore. So they had to ensure that they had their I's dotted, their T's crossed, and everything was in order before they banned him. So there's a reason why conventions take a long time to ban these people. Usually it's because they want to be sure that if it goes to court, they're not fucked 6 ways to Sunday.
But also, speaking of Caney Lupine, because you brought him up,
Unfortunately.
he had to insert himself.
Oh, yes, he
like
did.
like you'd expect out of Caney Lupine. He had to insert himself into this whole debacle, and he actually messaged Milo Yiannopoulos somehow. I have no idea how.
Yeah, his actual Telegram handle is located on that chat. Like, you can
Yeah.
actually message him
So Caney
personally.
Lupine claimed so Milo Yiannopoulos actually sent out a message in his channel with a screenshot that says Caney Lupine claims he is getting me banned from Midwest Fur Fest for encroaching on his world. Ha 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 ha. This is rich, because if anybody here knows Caney Lupine, they know that Caney Lupine is like, he is a persona non grata, just like Milo. So it's like you have one hated furry going against another hated furry.
It's like Giant Deuce versus Turd Sandwich, pretty much.
They're both not even welcome at the damn con. Why are they so fucking fighting over this shit?
Because Caney Lupine wants to pretend that MFF is his turf.
It's not even his turf. He's not even welcome at the bitch.
So
I know.
So
That's
here-
the irony.
So Canny wants to feel important, like he runs things, because he has a lot going on. I think he has something mentally. I don't know what it is, but he has a very, very, very fragile ego, and I know how to fuck with his ego. I've done it before, and I have no problem doing it again. And I enjoy fucking with him. So sidetrack, ha ha ha. Canny doesn't like me a lot because in the past I have banned him from events. I've banned his will of a girlfriend from events. By the way, she is busted up as fuck and looks disgusting. I don't know why the fuck you're fucking her. And
Because no one else will even touch him.
of course. And she's also a transphobic, racist asshole as well. And I won't talk about Kenny's looks. All I'm saying is, incest is very bad, and I
Not
too.
gonna talk about his looks. Dude looks like he's from the fucking Hills of Eyes.
No. You've all seen not Madagascar. You've all
He
seen.
has no chin.
You've seen Ice Age, right?
Dude,
It's
the
like he was
literal
born
twig.
without chin.
But you've seen Ice Age, right? The
Yes.
movie. You remember the sloth, right? That's what he looks like.
Yes,
He looks.
absolutely.
He looks
He
like
looks like
Sid
that-
from Ice Age.
He looks
That's
like
what he
Sid
looks
with
like,
glasses
and he poses
and
with
long
like
hair.
firearms, trying to act like he's tough, like it's some kid trying to be like, "Oh, I'm a gangster."
Bro,
Until someone fucking calls him out and he retreats to his fucking little cave.
if
No, he retreats to this tiny little Mitsubishi Mirage.
Yeah,
Like-
basically.
like he wants to pretend he's hard and tough. Dude, if you brought that shit around my house, no, you will be turned into a little bitch. I've told him on numerous occasions, you can be as hard as you want over this computer. I don't give a fuck, because I know you're not gonna do shit. You see, again, as I said before, most furries who want to be keyboard commandos, they're pussies in real life. Canny Lupin, he wants to talk about killing trannies and killing black folks. No, he won't do that in real life because he's a fucking pussy. And so I've called him out on it numerous times, to the point where he's told me to
not
get.
a killer. He's
No,
not
he's not.
hard.
He's a fucking
basically
faggot.
as soft as fucking Play-Doh that's
yeah.
warmed in an oven.
And I triggered him once to the point where he told me to get lynched N-word. I'm not going to say that word, but yeah.
You shared that with us. I fucking
Yeah.
laughed my ass off.
It's like, okay,
He's
can I
like,
say?
go ahead and get it yourself. I'm not gonna do it because I'm too much of a coward.
It's like, bro, first of all, if you're gonna call me that word, just know that word does not offend me. There are much better words and phrases that you can use that will offend me. That is a word used by cowards and pussy ass bitches like you to try to offend black folks. That does not
It's
work
the
on me.
words of the cowards.
Doesn't work on me. It makes me feel
Words
sorry
in
for
general
you.
Words don't hurt. Sticks and stones may hurt, but I have a rifle and I'm trained how to use it. Unlike fucking Connie, who I'm pretty sure doesn't know how to use a rifle
Oh,
other than
of course
taking
he
it to the
doesn't.
range.
Of course he doesn't. And You know what? I've told y'all my opinion on red flag laws. All I'm saying is this. I know Virginia doesn't have them, but if there is any person who I think should be red flagged, it is that individual. He should not have access to firearms because there is something really mentally fucked up about him. And
Yeah.
he shouldn't have access to them. The guy is actually concealed carried at a convention, for God's sakes, where it's illegal to do that. Like, hello, why are
That's
you
like trying to conceal
doing
carry
that?
in a police station. It doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
And he had the audacity to show up to Furthermore this year. I saw his ass get dragged out by the cops. That was fun.
Wait, when was this?
Oh, you don't remember that? So, funny story. Canny came on Thursday. I was talking to my ex. We were in the lobby. Me and my ex were in the lobby, and
Didn't he go to the Walmart or wherever right down the fucking way?
yeah, he first did at Walmart.
Yeah, and he said he was going to hang out by the Walmart, and then he did. Yeah,
And then
I remember this.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
Walmart told him to beat it.
Basically, they told him the fucking
The first person ever to be banned from Walmart.
basically
Wow.
fucking told him to kick
But yeah-
sand and fucking
Yeah.
chop toes. It's time to fucking go.
Yeah, but like seeing Canny and Milo go at it, it's like, dude, it is literally giant douche versus turd sandwich. There are no winners in this, and
So who is giant douche and who is turd sandwich?
oh, it don't matter. It don't matter.
They're both
Pick
at the same
one.
time.
Yeah,
Don't
but
get me wrong. I've seen Milo say some funny shit, but I don't agree with a lot of the shit he says.
No,
it's
I
just
don't
funny
either.
watching him try to stand up and
oh, he's
use huge buzzwords and fancy charisma to get himself and make it look like he knows what he's doing.
and you see it's again with that. It's not just the left who does that. The extreme left, the extreme right does it too. They use their own buzzwords to try to make themselves look smart in front of stupid
Yep.
people. No
Yeah,
offense.
yeah, absolutely.
It's just a tactic that the extreme sides use, and it works unfortunately. And he does it to his advantage. I know Ben
No, it
Shapiro
looks
does
like
it
it
too,
works.
and
It's
it's like
because a few people in the media make it look like it's working. In reality, no one really fucking cares.
Yeah.
yeah.
To tell
But-
you the truth, no one really cares. It's just media makes it look like they care.
Now, back to Milo. Now, he said that he already has 2 rooms already
Oh
booked.
jeez, guys, I got a cold.
And so he and I'm supposing that it's 2 rooms booked at the Hyatt.
Yeah.
That's the only hotel that this threat makes any sense with. So he has access to the hotel. He has access to the rooms. He has access to the elevators. Whatever. And if you've ever been to MFF, you know that the entire atrium's second floor is flooded with furries. So if he takes one step inside, he's going to be met with somebody that will recognize his face and want to deck him.
Yeah,
Now,
basically.
Here's
he
what I'm
can go
saying.
to his room. He could do the hotel shit, but as soon as he steps even a foot in the con space, it's just fucked.
Oh no, he's not going to step into the convention center. He doesn't even have to step into the convention center. There will be furries aplenty in the Hyatt.
Oh, I'm sure,
But
but if he
here's
disturbs
my concern, though.
con-goers, it's still going to end up in the same situation.
But here's my concern, though. What if he is looking for furries that will want to deck him just for doing absolutely nothing, just for existing?
Oh, basically, he's looking.
That's
he's
what
looking to
that's
start
his end
a
game.
fight, basically.
That is his end game. He wants to show up. He just wants to exist in everyone else's space, and be like that one kid that was just that
so
smirking
he
kid.
wants to be the victim in it all, even though he's
He
the
does.
antagonist.
He does. That is my biggest concern about
Which is
this.
why I said, furries don't walk up to him. He's
Yeah,
looking
exactly.
to be a martyr. He wants to be seen and be heard. Let
Yeah,
him
if
be
you-
a clown. Let him put his clown shoes on and this clown face and all that, and just ignore him.
Yeah.
Go have fun at the
If
convention.
this is
ignore
your
him.
first time hearing about Milo Yiannopoulos, you should know that he is well known as a provocateur. The biggest reason why he got
He's
deplatformed and
literally a
permanently,
professional he's literally
a
a
professional
professional
troll.
cunt.
yeah.
basically.
Well, the biggest reason why he got deplatformed off Twitter permanently for life is because he he started uh, uh, a smear campaign, a trolling campaign against Leslie Jones, and it was so severe. Him and his followers were so harsh against Leslie Jones that she decided to completely ditch Twitter. I don't even know if she's back on Twitter. I don't know. But yeah, she completely gave up on Twitter after that. And then shortly afterwards, Milo proudly proclaimed, "I just got banned on Twitter!" Like a dumbass. So yeah, if you're just hearing about Milo right now, you have to know that he is a provocateur. His entire presence, his entire persona is all about getting in your space and making you uncomfortable in his space just by existing. He doesn't have to say anything. The clothes, the face, the presence all converge to make others uncomfortable. That's all he has to do. And if furries take the bait, guess what? He's the victim. He's
going to
call
claim
the police.
victimhood, but guess what?
Everyone's
going to know the reason why he's here.
Yeah, he knows. I know. But Rosemont Police is not going to know why he's here. Rosemont Police, if he gets decked, if he gets a black eye from somebody, Rosemont Police is going to look at it. He's going to point to the person that punched him, and the person that punched him, likely a furry, is going to be behind bars for assault.
No, they are.
And Milo's
Assault and
going to
battery.
just play victim and be like, "Oh, I wasn't doing anything wrong. My ass." And plus, police will investigate it, and then it's all going to go downhill for him in the end.
Like I said, I think his end game is he doesn't have to do anything. If he has his own room in the hotel, he can go in and out. He has access to the hotel.
Good on him. He can be a hotel guest.
Yeah, he
Keep
can be a
away
hotel
from the
guest.
fucking furries, douchebag.
But considering that it's MFF and there will be furries everywhere at the Hyatt at MFF, this is gearing up to be a shit show of epic proportions. Like, this is not over. I don't care what people say. MFF banning Milo from the event. This is just the start. I grab your fucking popcorn, because this is gonna be a shit show.
Yeah, no,
beyond your wildest dreams. Like I said, he doesn't have to do fucking anything.
But you know what? He's smart, because he realizes that furries are very, very, very trigger happy.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing, and this again goes back to what I said earlier about furries being pussy in real life. Furries, again, like to say they're going to knock someone out, they're going to milkshake somebody. That never happens. Furries never do shit in real
There
life.
are some who really will do some
I
shit.
disagree.
And that's what worries me a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what worries me. Among furries, there will be furries that are so far left.
You mean like Dio and Carbine and
all those shitty douchebags. Yes, they are so far left. Like Dio, Hemsfox, Carbine. All these people are so far left. They basically suck Antifa dick. They will not hesitate to milkshake Milo, or try to throw a milkshake at him and miss. That's one thing that I'm afraid of too. That
I'm pretty sure
the crossfire, somebody's going to get hurt.
Someone else do the dirty
Someone
work.
innocent is going to get hurt.
Probably.
That's what I'm afraid of. Like I said, Milo doesn't have to do anything at all. If furries want to get wild and rambunctious and go after him like rabid dogs, somebody else is going to get hurt. Whether or not Milo gets hurt, that's a different story. But somebody is bound to get hurt that is innocent and doesn't want anything to do with this mess. So, yeah, the whole event is shit screwed 6 ways to Sunday. And I'm sorry, but there is going to be fireworks like you won't believe at MFF this year.
What if he tries to sneak into a room party?
He's gonna corner himself. He's gonna be. How the hell is he gonna be sneaking into? People know him.
Like I just for some reason
The
in my
only
mind,
way I can see him-
imagine
the only way I
walking
can see
into a
him-
room party and just everyone just stops music and stares at him like,
Jazz music stops.
yeah, basically, and just looks at him like, what the hell are you doing here? Like lights come on, party completely stops, everyone's just like, can we help you?
Hi, would you like a tie today? But
Like they're gonna make it so fucking awkward for him, because knowing furries, they'll literally just stop and stare, and
Well,
just
see,
freak him the
but
fuck
also,
out.
I don't see Milo as someone that will be freaked out by that. I'm saying that if that situation actually happened, and everybody just stood frozen in face, and just
Just
stared
in
at him.
shock that he actually
Yeah, just in
arrived.
shock that he showed up, that he had the cheek to show up to a furry party, just from out of the blue. I don't think that furries will just sit there and watch him and just be staring at him.
I'm
like
pretty
a doe
sure
in the
they'd call
headlights.
security and be like, get
They'd
him
be
out.
calling. They might call security. They might get confrontational. I'm serious. There's gonna be furries that are just so wild that just hate his guts so
Drunk
much.
furries hopped up on whatever the fuck they're hopped up on.
They're hopped up on drinks. They're hopped up on drugs. They're hopped up on poppers. They're hopped up on who knows what. Yeah, they will get crazy. And if they see Milo, they will go fucking hog wild on him. He doesn't even have to go to a room party. Just in the main atrium, there's tons of furries that will not enjoy his presence. And like I said, he didn't have to do anything.
Yeah. No, this is a very bad situation, and I wouldn't want to be the staff and the board at MFF because they're going to have to deal with this and a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on now.
I'm pretty
And
sure if he does come out and start getting confrontational or even trying to start shit with a bunch of furries, the hotel might just tell him to go away.
This is why I think MFF is talking to the hotel about this. They're going to have to figure out if this rumor is true that he's rooming with 2 other people or how many other rooms he has. Because if it's
The furries
not,
still outmatch
then-
him money-wise for the hotel.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
hoping the hotel is like, yeah, we're not going to let this situation occur. We're just going to take the room back and keep his money.
No,
Yeah.
I think they'll do that because again they realize this isn't good for them. It's a bad look all around if he comes and everybody.
It's bad for him. It's bad for the furries. It's bad for the hotel as a
Yeah.
whole, the whole chain.
Yeah.
It is literally he's looking to. I think he's the one kind of person who just wants to watch the world burn around him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he is.
Now, one issue that did not get as much mention this weekend in the whole Milo kerfuffle is someone started a Telegram channel that was claiming to want to. It's called the Kill J Trans channel.
Those people are fucking weird, man.
No, those idiots.
Their target is the person behind the Moth Sprout persona, the Moth Sprout Yin persona, and she's incredibly popular on Twitter. So of course this wasn't going to fly very very well at all. But what's surprising is that furries were going absolutely just bonkers over Milo. But this was kind of pushed off to the side. This did not get even nearly as much. So a little bit of background on what happened is that a group of other furries were plotting to kill Moth Sprout using chemical weapons like ricin made from castor seeds and dimethyl mercury, which is extremely toxic.
Yeah,
It
it's
cannot
so
be
bad.
handled.
It will actually. This is a legitimate thing. If you have even latex gloves on, medical grade latex gloves, within 15 seconds, it will actually go through the gloves into your hand, and that's it. You're fucked.
Yeah, that actually happened.
Which again, which brings up a lot of issues then with this, because if this guy has had any contact with that, he's gonna die before MFF, so, which makes me very skeptical that he actually has access to all this.
Yeah, that's
the storage of
diethylmercury.
There you go. What you said. I used to be able to say it. Now I can't say it.
Diethylmercury.
So we'll call it
diethylmercury.
Sure. So if he had actual contact with DM during the purifying process to make this, he would have died.
Yeah,
Straight
if he's
up.
not
Made
handling
in an actual professional, clean, like literal white room clean setting.
It has to be handled under a fume hood, because dimethylmercury is not going. It will permeate any material except glass.
Yeah.
And they actually posted pictures of
I'm forwarding it
castor
into
plant.
the chat.
Yeah, they posted pictures of a castor plant. They were talking about the seeds of the castor plant, and of course the castor plant has seeds, and you can produce ricin from the resin of the castor seeds. It's very well known, and it's very easy to make, believe it or not. It's actually kind of scary how easy to make it is, and we're not going to talk about how to make it on this podcast, because we don't want to implicate. No. We don't want to encourage any terrorism.
Yes, or get a knock on the door from the feds, because they're actually investigating this.
Yeah, they're
FBI and DHS are, because they're literally making
as well as
chemical weapons.
They're actual poisons. They're chemical fucking weapons, not biological weapons. They're not, living things like, what the fuck's it called? Begins with an A.
Anthrax.
There we go. Which is literally a dried bacterium that's put down into a powder form, and as it goes into your system, it revives itself and basically grows and eats away at your lungs. Mm-hmm. Which is very slow and painful, by the way.
Yeah. But
this stuff is a chemical fucking weapon.
Yeah, things like ricin.
Sorry.
Yeah, things like ricin and dimethylmercury, those things can kill you within minutes.
Yeah.
You were talking about a scientist actually was handling dimethylmercury in a lab setting. It got a couple drops just got on her hand back in 1997. Her hand was gloved with latex gloves, and she took them off.
It was multiple gloves too.
Yeah, multiple gloves. She took them off. She washed her hands and thought nothing of it. Over the course of 9 months, her health deteriorated rapidly, and it wasn't until they took a hair sample that they noticed increased mercury levels in her hair.
90 times the amount needed to kill you.
Yeah, and
that's not even from a drop.
Yeah. If you want to look this up, her name is Karen Wetterhahn on Wikipedia. And the saddest thing about this is that at the time of her death, her husband asked the doctor if she was in pain, and the doctor responded by saying that it's not I don't think it's possible for her brain to even register pain anymore. And shortly after that, she passed away. So over the course of 9 months, dimethylmercury completely destroyed her nervous system and her brain, and
literally eating away at it, basically.
Yeah,
look, and these people are posting photos of little containers of what they suppose is dimethylmercury. Some of these people are calling it a LARP. First of all, this is serious. This is some serious shit.
I don't think people
even if it's a LARP
to disperse these chemicals.
These chemicals are made.
You can put it in
put into a canister, put into a fine mist, powder, or weak acid, and thrown into an area to be dispersed. Basically, could wipe out a whole con without people even realizing it. It is
Yeah,
meant to
you
be
all you have to do is
dispersed
just
like
put
that.
It
a little
is.
bit of it on surfaces that can commonly be touched. Just a tiny bit, just a drop, and it's suddenly hundreds of people are hospitalized
They're
and
fated to
dying.
die, basically.
Yeah.
Yes, these people made a legit chemical weapon, and there is a big reason. This is why DHS, Homeland Security, and the FBI are investigating this because this is legit terrorism. I don't care what people say.
This
This
is
is
literal
terrorism.
domestic terrorism. These
Yeah.
are homegrown fucking weapons.
I
Now,
mean,
notice how I put emphasis on weapon. I'm
Yeah.
prior military, and I can tell you, this shit is not a fucking joke. It
No,
will
it isn't.
kill,
It's a terrible
it will
joke.
spread, and it will kill again. Just by having it on your clothes and touching someone else, you just fated that person to die.
Yeah. And I don't know why they're against Moth Sprout because from what I can tell on Twitter, Moth Sprout is a pleasant little person to, just chat with. And it sickens me that people hate somebody so much that they can go this far, that they would be willing to go this far.
And it's not even for a
To-
good reason. What?
Well, no,
It's because she's popular?
No, I read why. The reason was she did something way back when she wronged somebody's friend, and that's why this person is getting revenge against her.
How
This is
long
so
ago?
childish.
It's so petty. Like
No,
years
no,
ago.
How long ago did she wrong a person?
Like a year, 2 years ago, and
2 years ago.
it's such a petty reason though.
People. So she pissed someone off, and granted, there's no even way to fucking justify what the fuck is going on. So she wronged someone. She hurt someone's feelings. So someone wants to get revenge by quite literally making a weapon that won't only just kill her, but kill everyone around her. It could put at risk her family, friends, strangers.
Yeah,
By
this
making
is-
a weapon that's made to be dropped in areas to literally cause whole city sections to be killed.
Yeah, this is not a fucking joke. I mean, do we not? Did we completely forget about 2014? The chemical gas attack at 2014 at Midwest
That
Fur
was
Fest?
just chlorine.
Yeah,
No,
that's
That was-
wasn't
yeah, that was
even
just
a
chlorine.
Weapon, that wasn't even a weapon made to kill. No, this shit's fucking worse.
So like,
Oh yeah, I know.
so like, just
so
so
much worse.
just so everybody understands, this is organic mercury. So mercury is bad. You shouldn't fuck with mercury. Organic mercury is a whole nother level. You cannot buy methyl mercury. You have to make this. And
Yeah,
from
It's
what
a
my
synthetic chemical.
yes, and what my friend Jay has told me is that based on the gloves this guy was wearing, if it is legit dimethyl mercury that he was synthesizing, he would be dead before MFF because it would have seeped through this guy's hands a long time ago. So
Well,
this
you know
is
what?
not stuff to fuck around with. Please,
Yeah. Well, you know what?
please
well, that's
do
why.
not go and attempt to look up how to make this stuff. Don't attempt to make it because you will be put on a watch list. This is not
Yeah.
something funny. This is not something to fuck around with. Or,
You
know,
might not
for
even
laughs.
be put on a
Just-
watch list.
Just
You
don't
might
do
be
it.
just straight up detained and interrogated as an enemy of the United States.
Yeah,
'Cause
just,
at
just,
that
just
point-
don't do it.
You're quite literally a ticking bomb.
Yeah, and just to bring everything together, remember that I spoke about Karen Wetterhahn and her accident and how she died. Shortly after that, they banned the use of dimethyl mercury in college settings. So you
In
cannot.
college labs.
Yeah, college labs cannot even handle
That's
dimethyl
how
mercury.
dangerous this shit is. So if
It
you want
is.
to become a chemist,
Mhm.
you can't even think about this shit until you're certified and then supervised by other chemists.
I remember
Yeah.
when this was back when I was in high school. This kid was trying to reenact the Terminator movie, where I guess the Terminator was made out of mercury or something. It's one scene where he devolves into mercury. He was trying to recreate that with.
Oh,
some
you
of
mean
the-
that the one that could turn to a puddle and reform into shit?
Yeah, so what had happened was the kid had got a hold of those thermometers when they used to have mercury in them, and he broke it open and was playing with them. I believe the kid died from that, but that was an inorganic mercury. That was an organic mercury. That was just mercury. But
Yeah, straight
yeah,
up mercury. The problem with straight up mercury is it's such a it's a heavy metal,
Yep.
but it can liquefy at room temperature, which is really dangerous because if it gets into your system, basically think of it like taking that all the abilities for your cells to create proteins and all the other shit that's required to survive, cutting that off and just weighing down those cells until quite literally just explode because they can't hold themselves together. So you're just kind of like just shutting down organ by organ because of this mercury. And that's not even a lot of mercury that can cause that. About a drop of it, because you can handle mercury fine. If you have gloves on, mercury won't, permeate through it because it's a heavy metal. It's a thick,
Dimethyl mercury will.
dimercury will because the way it's hard to explain unless you're into chemistry. But think of just normal mercury. You can handle that shit with gloves. Just don't let it get on your skin. Make sure you're wearing, proper
good
PPE,
lord.
such as gas masks, long sleeves, lab coats, all that shit. And
I'm
you can
just
handle it. You can make good experience with it. I've done some cool chemistry shit with mercury.
I'm just
But
actually.
put it on your skin, and you're going to have to go to the hospital. They're going to have to dilute the shit out of your blood. They're going to have to clean and basically scrub your whole body inside and out.
Yeah.
They're not going to cut you open, but
Yeah.
basically they're just going to clean your system, clean your fluids.
Yeah.
And even then, you're going to be in a lot of fucking pain.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the worst part of it, mercury fucks with your brain to where you're suicidal. You'll want to kill yourself.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be in a lot of pain.
You're going to be in
Until-
physical, like
Until you
mental,
can't, until you
emotional,
can't
That's
even
sad.
register pain in
Yeah.
your head. You're going to be in a lot of pain until you can't register pain.
I just want to say I'm surprised that mercury thermometers are even allowed in schools to this day. Like I'm just looking at something. There were 4 who were hospitalized back in April in a Birmingham school after a thermometer broke. There was a hazmat incident involving mercury in a
'cause
Maricopa
mercury's
County
cheap.
high school. It's like, well, I figured that they had moved on from mercury and thermometers to something else, but
It's because
I-
mercury's cheap. It's cheaper to hang on to the shit and replace it as it breaks than just buy a whole everything new straight out. It's how people operate. They handle
Yeah.
it like a business. It's cheaper just to replace it over time, a long time, than it is to just buy it outright.
Well, actually,
Good
you mentioned that mercury thermometers, or you were talking about mercury thermometers.
Yeah.
Mercury thermometers are actually there are 20 states that have banned mercury thermometers for medical use, and the National Institutes of Science and Technology has stated that they will no longer calibrate mercury thermometers. So
I don't blame them. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking at something right now. There was mercury on the gym floor, and they had to close the school for a week because of that. And it's like,
yeah, because mercury easily gets in the air and can easily
Because it turns to a liquid. You know what happens to
Yeah,
a liquid as it heats up?
It goes
It goes
becomes-
into
it
3
becomes a
states:
gas.
solid, liquid, and a gas.
Yeah, it goes straight
The
to
mercury
a gas.
kind of I don't think turns into a gas. It's the stuff it releases in the meantime as its atoms and stuff change and interact with each other, and the molecules start to exchange different molecules with each other. But those molecules, such as mercury, can hang on to other molecules and travel through the air. It's not the mercury itself that's kind of turning into a gas. It's just like hitching a ride with the molecules that can already float around as a gas.
Yeah. Nowadays, most thermometers that are used in the lab, they're not filled with mercury. They're filled with red alcohol for that reason alone. I mean, of course, you can break a thermometer filled with red alcohol, and you just sweep up the glass. You throw it in the glass bin, and then you're done. You don't have to call a hazmat team for red alcohol. You just sweep it up, and you're done.
Because alcohol, it will just vaporize, and that's it. It's not dangerous to inhale in those small quantities.
Yeah.
Granted,
But-
if you inhale large quantities of alcohol, yes, it's dangerous. Just don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But I think that the people that that blew the whistle on this certainly just alerted all the authorities on it, which is a good thing.
Yeah, because
So
this
that
shit's
so
no
that
joke.
furries can bitch more about Milo coming to MFF.
I honestly think if Milo hadn't been a thing, everybody would have been focused on this. But because Milo is just,
Milo is Milo.
yeah, people were more focused on Milo than a potential chemical weapons attack. Go figure.
Yeah.
Priorities, I guess.
But like I said, I think this is going to be an ongoing thing, and we're going to keep an eye on it until MFF arrives. And hopefully we're not going to have to go full World Star on it at the MFF
But
war.
you know what I find really crazy?
What's that?
It's the fact that this guy who's making these chemical weapons
Yeah.
got the stuff to make it in the mail.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
apparently it's legal to do that.
I mean,
Yeah,
Go figure.
You can get small amounts of uranium.
yeah, I
believe
mean,
it or
like
not.
I'm all
And
for
that's-
people
to me,
having
that's
the
the
rights
problem.
to work in labs and learn chemistry. But I do find it a little crazy. You can get dimethyl iodine and use it to make dimethyl mercury.
Oh yeah. I mean, shit. You can.
Which
get
I don't know how the fuck you do that. I'm not that far into chemistry. I just like to make things explode or change the color of things and
Shit.
watch really cool shit happen.
You can
Yeah.
get plutonium at Walmart.
What?
Damn. America!
What would I use
can't
this
be upset
for?
that shit can get shipped through the mail because I get all my firearm parts through the mail and all that shit all the time. But
This can't be real. This
chemicals
has to
are
be fake.
kind of... I feel like they would be more transported in like a legitimate armored transport or something like that.
You have to have
Yeah.
a special license to own plutonium.
Does not surprise me.
There's no way this can be real. Or come on, are we really selling nuclear stuff at Walmart? There's no way this
Selling-
can be real. Come on,
Probably
guys.
low grade shit though. I highly doubt you'd get their hands on actual pure high grade fucking plutonium.
But yeah, you can buy uranium on eBay and Amazon. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, you can
That's-
buy like very small, like non-harmful, like low fucking grade fucking uranium. I
So, like-
doubt you're gonna be able to get your hands on legitimate high grade pure uranium that's actually used in reactors and shit like that.
So like, what could you do with that? Is it just like for show? Or-
Basically, a lot of schools actually use it to teach what Geiger counters work, and showing what this stuff actually
Oh,
is.
okay.
That, and also it can also be used to teach about half-lives and
That too.
the tracking of half-lives. I know that I worked with a tiny bit of uranium when I was in physics, when I was in physics class. So yeah, a tiny amount of uranium is commonly used in a lab setting for educational purposes.
Yeah, like when
Okay.
I was in chemistry, that shit was fucking dope. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw that
yeah.
shit, I was like, that's fucking dope. Science is badass.
Yeah.
We did some weird shit in chemistry, man. We made fucking beakers explode with foam, for hell's sake.
Yeah.
Harmless, of course.
Yeah. But this is all tiny, tiny amounts of uranium that aren't enough, that they don't give off even enough
Gamma radiation.
gamma radiation to cause cancer. Maybe if you leave it on your skin for a prolonged period of time, you'll see a spot on your hand that you may have to look at a dermatologist with. Or
But the
But-
containers it comes in are basically like lead containers. And
Yeah.
the only way that you'll get gamma radiation for it, like it'll let alpha and beta particles through, so that way you can, test Geiger counters and teach about that, but it's not going to let all that, that, even though it's a small amount, it's not going to let that gamma radiation through, because that's the damaging radiation that will kill you.
Yeah.
Alpha and beta particles, literally, you can put up a piece of paper and it'll stop them.
Yep.
I shit you not.
Yeah, I agree. That's actually the demonstration that my physics professor actually put up. He just held up a piece of paper and it's like, oh, this will be enough.
Yeah, and everyone's like, what the fuck? No, that won't stop radiation. Well, little do we know, there's
Yeah,
different kinds of radiation.
alpha and beta. Yeah, alpha, beta, gamma. No.
Gamma can go through anything except for like lead, and you need thick lead to do that.
Yeah.
See, guys,
But anyway.
you guys get like an education as well on this podcast. It's not just
I'll
shit
gladly
talking.
do a podcast.
Yeah.
Like if we ever get
See?
Uncle Kage back on here, let's do a podcast talking about chemistry.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love teaching and I love getting educated on shit. It's fucking amazing because science can be beautiful, but as we've talked about in this fucking podcast, it can be very, very deadly if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Ain't that the truth?
Yep. And with that, we gotta call it a night.
Aww.
Yeah, I know. We were just starting Big Brain Hours. So.
This is big brain hours.
Maybe in the next podcast we can do a lot more of this educational shit, teaching of chemistry and other stuff. I think that's a great topic.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to teach physics and ballistics.
Nice.
Because I don't know if anyone else knows out there. I've taken a lot of physics courses, and I'm actually, taking basic and advanced ballistics courses, and actually passed them. Believe it or not, I'm actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
People are surprised by that, but I'm pretty smart.
I've also taken a lot of chemistry, so I'm quite a bit knowledgeable on chemistry.
Let's get a furry chemist or physicist or anything like that.
Let's get Uncle Kage. He's like the best of both worlds.
Hell
Shit.
yeah!
You can get a nuclear. How about a nuclear engineer
and ask
or some
him
shit?
what certain chemicals
nuclear.
do.
Hold on. We can get Whiskers.
Yeah.
Whiskers is a nuclear engineer.
Yeah. He's like, there's only 3 of them in the furry fandom apparently. Him
Hell
and
yeah!
2 others.
We can teach everyone basic safety and everything of nuclear sciences.
Well, hey, hold up now.
Nuclear.
Hold up now. If you all can do that, I should be able to have a podcast dedicated to me teaching American history.
Hell
I'd be
yes.
down.
And
proper history though, not bullshit history.
I
Not
will
the
teach y'all.
PC. Not the PC approved history.
No, I tell it all how it is. American
yeah.
history from the start to the beginning. I don't leave anything out.
Because some shit
and I let
happened
people
that was
make up
really
their own
fucked.
decisions. And while I'm at it, I'll give y'all a crash course on American government, because half y'all out here don't know what the fuck the Constitution even says. Y'all just know the First Amendment and the Second Amendment, and that's about it.
What about the third?
Oh,
the
and one for
fourth, the
prohibition.
fifth?
Other than
What
that,
about
y'all
the
don't know anything.
right to refuse housing soldiers? Shit like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys knew that.
I
as an
got
amendment.
free speech. I can say whatever I want. No, you can't. Shut the fuck up.
Like, I
It
highly
don't work
doubt
that
anyone
way.
ever. Like, I ask people, like, do you guys even know the fucking amendment to say no to housing soldiers? Because believe it or not, before we had the Constitution, back when the British government was around, I'm just saying this real quick before we wrap this up, they could just go to your house and be like, guess what? We live here now.
Yep. You were required to provide them housing. And you could not turn them down. It was illegal to turn them down.
So now the Army has to ask people for housing. Which does happen, believe it or not. It does happen sometimes as we're traveling through areas.
Yes.
I know, because we've done it a few times. Like, can you just, like, keep a roof over our heads? We got food and everything. We just need somewhere to sleep. Now I'm excited for the next episode. Let's do this.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Well, assuming we're not going to be bitching about MFF or Milo.
I as much as I like horsewhipping and talking shit, I think I've talked enough shit about MFF.
Yeah, it's been the past few episodes have been nothing but shitting on people. Let's switch it up.
Yeah.
All in favor for making the next podcast, including you viewers, say aye or deny in the comments that we should make a podcast dedicated to science or
Big
history.
Brain Hours. Big Brain Podcast.
Yes, a big brain podcast.
Yes,
I say aye.
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 Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Hooray
Aye.
for democracy.
I
I love democracy.
I love democracy. Daily reminder that Jar Jar Banks calls the rise of Emperor Palpatine. He gave him emergency powers. I'm just
Can
putting it
somebody
out
turn
there.
off
I'm
his
just
mic
saying
now?
Jar Jar Binks is the head Sith. Okay?
Misa is head Sith. Misa will kill you now.
Let's be honest here. Jar Jar Binks is the fucking mastermind behind everything. Let's be honest here.
Of course he is.
That's probably why George Lucas made that character in the first place. He was planning this all along.
Oh yeah.
He played
George
the long
Lucas
game.
is like the biggest troll in the film industry.
Anyway,
Talk amongst yourselves. Anyway, we gotta call it a night.
Yeah,
Thank you
I got
so
more.
much. Yeah, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. And if you like what you're listening, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. And also hit that bell for notifications. And if you like what you're seeing on our Twitter, feel free to follow us on Twitter at Furry Frequency, where you'll be finding our biggest updates on our podcast, where we'll be, other shenanigans, etc.
and if you have any comments or anything about any like topics you want to talk about, leave them in the comment section. We will read what you say. We may not
will
reply
read,
immediately, but we will read it.
Yes. And anyway, this is Furry Frequencies signing off. I'm Lifty.
I'm Silox.
And I'm Sharky.
And you have a great night.
Good night, Mobile, Alabama.
Good night, St. Louis, Missouri.
I feel like you say that one a lot.
He does.
I don't.
You said it last time. Well,
No,
no,
I
you said
didn't.
Virginia, Minnesota last time.
Yeah, I did, because that exists.
Yeah,
that actually exists.
I looked it up. It exists. They have the Hockey Hall of Fame there, of all places.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
What's the capital of Tennessee?
Knoxville.
It's Nashville.
Nashville.
Oh.
Good night, Nashville. I forgot it
I
for a
fucking-
second. I was like, fuck, I had it in my head.
I flubbed that.
Yeah. What's the capital of South Dakota?
Pierre.
Fucker actually got it. Most people do not know that. Is
I
it
lived in
South
that
Dakota
general
City?
area.
No, it's not, honey. Sorry. There's nobody
Good
in that
night.
state.
Good night, Sioux City.
Good night, Vietnam.
Dakota.
I've been there. I
Yeah.
haven't been there.
I love Vietnamese noodles.
What's his face makes good Vietnamese? No, he makes good Thai food.
Oops.
Pilot, yeah, Pilot. He makes good Thai food.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
I wanna eat Pilot's noodle.
You want to eat his noodle.
Noodles. Noodles.
You want pilot.